This is heartbreaking. What? No, you trained with that thing. You gave him that. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to Rebels Season 3, Episode 15 and 16. I'm so excited to get into these now because we are ramping up to the final. The last episode was the start, where Thorn just turned Zeb's awesome victory into something even more terrifying. Like, it was so sad. Zeb was so happy in that episode. Callus was happy for him. Everything was going perfectly well. It was an incredible victory he got. Yet Thorn completely overshadowed it, having him turn a search of 1,000 systems to 94. That is insane, and it makes me so, because he's unbelievably close to finding them now. So that's terrifying on my mind, because the rebels are going after Lothal, and Thorn is coming for them. And I feel like he's going to find them first. I'm always just petrified of him right now because of what he's shown he's capable to do, and now it's getting closer, and he's getting, I don't know if he's getting bolder, but the rebels are getting happier. That's what's making me scared. They're actually happy. They're getting victories. They're feeling good and confident. Yet Thorn is getting so closer. It's like this image in my head where you have like a small fish getting eaten by a bigger fish and then another big fish eating that one. It's that sort of thing that's going in my mind. The rebels right now are the medium fish. They're thinking, oh yay, we're getting victories. Only to just not be aware of a giant, massive thing coming for them that's going to swallow them whole. Yeah, going into this, I feel like it's going to start ramping up more. We're going to see more of Thorn. We're going to get to see what he's doing, lurking in the background, because he's coming for the rebel base. He is so close, and I just feel like his shadow is over them now, and it's going to get closer and closer and just darker and darker. But yeah, as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon. The link will be in the description. Over there, I'm uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in. This feels way too happy. It's the blissful ignorance. They have no idea that Thorn is so close. Oh, Fen! Wait, okay, what are you looking at me for?
You wanted to speak with me?
You two together?
I've got something to show you.
Darksaber, we're going here. Huge stuff, okay.
A lightsaber?
Not just...
You don't recognize it? I would just assume they would recognize the hilt. There we go.
It can't be.
So you recognize it?
Of course, who wouldn't?
It is the Darksaber, a symbol for the leader of House Vizsla, and later the group known as Death Watch.
Yeah.
Legend tells that it was created over 1,000 years ago by Tar Vizsla.
Oh, this is cool.
After his passing, the Jedi kept the saber in their temple. That was until members of House Vizsla snuck in.
So it's been with Vizsla this entire time.
People and strike down those who would oppose them. One time, they ruled all of Mandalore.
This is so cool. That's such a cool transition showing in the shadow. So it was a Jedi Mandalorian that had, I think I've been told that. Yeah, I can't remember if they went into detail on it in the Clone Wars.
After we got back from Dathomir, she gave it to me for safekeeping and hasn't brought it up since.
She actually gave it to Kanan. Who does it go to, though? Because it goes to whoever beat the last owner.
The most powerful houses in all of Mandalore.
You're talking about raising an army.
With Sabine leading it.
Really? That'd be cool, but then again, she only just found it. Can she claim it? I feel like the whole point of having it is to have indisputable strength. She found it. What if someone challenged her to it? Because that's what Maul did, is the challenge for the leadership. She hasn't really earned the saber, so why is she just assumed leader? Doesn't want the responsibility because I guess it's the Mandalorian connection. Is that what she's sort of afraid of? I would assume it'd go back into her past, going to Mandalore stuff.
I won't do it.
So you do know what the Darksaber is?
I know it caused my family nothing but trouble after Maul took it.
Ah, personal issues, yeah.
You can wield it to do the opposite.
Wield it? You're crazy. Kanan, tell him he's crazy.
It'd be so cool if she did wield it though.
I don't think it's a coincidence this saber came into your possession.
He's with the Force now. He's awesome.
Go on.
What I mean is, look, it's taken me a while to learn, and...
Oh dear, she's not gonna like this. She's gonna just try it just to prove Ezra wrong.
I am proficient with many types of blades, but that is a lightsaber.
Combat training is not as important as what that blade represents.
I mean, it's a good part of it.
I don't know if you realize this, but I'm not that popular with my family these days.
Oh, I thought your mum was looking for you.
No, it can't. You don't know what you're talking about.
I need to get info on her family, where they apparently with the Empire, so that's probably why she's unpopular with them. The mum is looking for her.
I don't need them.
But we do. If there's a chance that you can rally an army of Mandalorian warriors,
It'd be insane.
I have to ask you to do it.
But then is this going to be a victory for the rebellion that then Thorn can use?
Be painful. Believe me, I know. But we can use those warriors for our attack on Lothal.
You could unite all of Mandalore and have that against the Empire.
You can walk away and forget about it.
She ain't gonna walk away.
I'll do it. Just give me the saber.
Awesome.
Listen, once people know you have it, you will be challenged.
Thank you.
You need to be able to defend yourself.
Okay, I'll try my best.
First lesson, don't try. Just learn.
Ah, Yoda.
Give me the sword. I'm gonna learn how to kick your...
Sabine.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. Okay, this is gonna be so cool to see. Mandalorian with like lightsaber training. This is so cool. It's so cool that she has it.
Fewer distractions. Keeps your mind focused.
And it's safer for everyone else. You'll do less damage.
Yeah,
I'll
true.
damage you if you don't shut up.
Does the Darksaber not have like a training setting? We know that others do. The Darksaber's like a weirder thing.
I thought there'd be more sword fighting involved.
It's always like this. He was the same with me.
Yeah, and look how well you've turned out.
Nah.
Being serious? Is he being serious?
I can never tell.
We should get started.
This is so cool because it's like all bonding and stuff.
Hey, what's this?
Training saber.
Yeah.
Really?
You want to cut off your arm?
I want to see your technique.
I already know how to fight with a stick.
Then this should be easy for you.
Exactly. Come on, prove yourself. Form looks good so far, I think. Oh yeah, she also has to deal with the Force.
But not me.
Yeah, she's gonna. This is gonna be so interesting. Someone with a lightsaber who can't use the Force. We've seen it before, Grievous, but he had a bunch of lightsabers to help him.
And that's your head.
I like that we're seeing this because she was very confident. It's cool to see her sort of come down a bit because this is a new thing for her. It's cool to see that she's not adept at it.
Better practice with Ezra first.
All right.
Why?
Ezra, walk her through the forms.
Oh, Ezra's gonna enjoy this so much.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's ready position. Now we go 1.
How good of a teacher is Ezra? This is so just fun to see. It's like 3 little Jedi, but of course she's not a Jedi. It's just fun. I love the importance of this all with the Mandalorian aspect of everything. It's just so convoluted and amazing.
Ezra's still taking her through the basic forms with the training sabers.
Training sabers? You mean those sticks you and Zeb made? Were you careful with Ezra? Don't remember him fighting with a stick.
So he's being different.
Or maybe because she doesn't have the Force, you don't believe she can do this?
Oh.
The Force resides in all living things, but you have to be open to it. Sabine is blocked. Her mind is confused.
Okay.
She's
Wait.
so expressive and yet so tightly wound. She's so...
That's really good.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. Are you saying that she could use the Force? Because, I mean, technically, it isn't everyone, but it's like the midichlorian count determines who's strongest. That's interesting. She's blocking herself from being open to it. Because the whole Mandalorian thing. She's expressive, but tightly wound. And this is something very different and weird. Yeah, because the whole Jedi Mandalorian thing is a giant contrast in itself.
Opinion noted.
Honestly, I keep forgetting that you can't see. It's awesome.
I've got your supplies.
I'm surprised Fen hasn't tried to challenge her for the Darksaber yet. Why isn't he the one to want to use it? How come he hasn't even said that yet? She got back up. That's pretty good.
Ezra, help unload these supplies.
What? I won. Shouldn't I get the break?
Listen to your master.
I brought you something, since you're partially in this mess on my recommendation.
What is it?
To make up for that, you can have these.
Ooh!
Mandalorian van braces?
I forgot those existed. She's just becoming, she got a jetpack in the last episode with Geonosis. Now she's got these. She can combat the Force stuff.
Go take Bridget down a peg or two.
Yes, go full Mandalorian. Then is that how do you do this? Because it's also just a juxtaposition. Mandalorian and Jedi. So now she can combat the Force stuff. So this is going to have like a flamethrower, the grapple. I'm trying to remember what they had in Clone Wars. How much does it have? Right, beat him in the Source stuff so that he has to use the Force and then... Oh! Sound thing! Did they have that in Clone Wars? Is Kanan okay with this though? Because she's using other things. I mean, yeah, it should be fine. Is Kanan happy?
Is this a game for you?
He's not happy with it.
Outsmarting my opponent. Care to take a shot?
Oh! And she's going after Kanan now. Is that the right thing to do?
The Jedi won the war with Mandalore. These tricks will amount to something. Maybe save you from time to time, but they won't keep you alive.
Interesting. Thinking.
And discipline will do that.
Okay. tough love. Okay. Is he trying to teach her to be a Jedi?
The thing I'm learning is that Ezra must be really gifted to learn as well as he has from a lousy teacher like you.
Oh, no. He's trying to be better. He's trying to teach better with his new, like, found force stuff. But I'm trying to think, is he teaching her like a Jedi? Because that can't work. Because the guy who wielded the lightsaber before was a Mandalorian and a Jedi. So you can't, like, not do the Mandalorian aspect of it, which you kind of yelled at her for then.
Kanan's not the easiest teacher to have, but he means well.
Does he?
He does, but he's just trying to teach you to be just a Jedi.
I just don't want everything that comes with it.
You mean your family?
I'm a disgrace to them, Ezra. A traitor.
Really? Your mum was looking for you.
You don't know. No one does.
Tell us, please. The music is beautiful. It's so sad.
I don't want to talk about these things. How can I lead my people? How can I go back there and face them?
Oh, this is amazing. Her character is awesome.
At least you have parents to go back to.
And yeah, there it is. You've seen what Ezra's gone through, not having his parents at all. If he could make amends with them, he would. You kicked the thing. That's gonna be Bendu, isn't it? Yep, okay, she meeting him? What are you doing? You kicked him. What are you doing? I'm still, like, iffy about him. Like, darker side is the middle. It could go either way.
Ezra was eager to learn. Sometimes too eager. I was the one who was holding back.
And now you're going full in, but it's Jedi training.
Look, Sabine is a capable warrior, in some ways more so than Ezra.
Yeah.
Won't find balance within herself.
Does she need to
Until
find
she
balance?
does, wielding an actual lightsaber is far too dangerous for her.
And now she's with Bendu.
Encouraging her not to commit to this.
You're not listening.
I was right.
Or use the Darksaber, she will get hurt.
She's already hurt.
Yeah, by a lot of things.
Her family hurt her more than any sword could. I know what it's like when people you love don't believe in you. Remember how hard it was for her to trust us.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, she's her mum. Come on.
Give her the sword. Let her own it and who she is.
Yes, she needs to face it.
I don't know.
I know you don't, but this isn't about you.
Come on, just do it. But now she's with Bendu, what's this going to do? So she needs to find balance with herself. So does that mean she needs to find the balance between the Mandalorian side and the Jedi side?
I think she'd be gone this long.
She'll return. Then we'll see.
Okay, so she's just been gone for a while with Bendu. She's back. What did you do while you were gone? Did you speak to Bendu? Are we not seeing that?
I owe you an apology.
I can say the same.
Yeah, she talked to Bendu. So he gave advice? What happened? Okay, she's actually going to wield it now. I don't want to see her get hurt physically, though, by the saber. But yes, I guess that she does need to.
Should practice more first.
No,
Take it.
Take the thing.
It's yours.
I think the point is, if he tried giving her the lightsaber, she never would have taken it to begin with. Or would she? She would have been reluctant to use it. And there we go. Such a cool thing.
Your actions, they become energy. They flow through the crystal as well and become a part of the blade.
Yeah, it's insane. And now, okay. Oh, dear. Come on, she got this, right? She got this.
Block high.
Oh, awesome. Come on, she's got this, she's got this, she got this.
That sword is old, heavy, but powerful. Respect its strength.
Okay, I feel like this is better teaching closer to Mandalorian and Jedi. You don't have to teach her how to fight. She knows how to fight.
Middle. Good. Let's work on a series. Are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, this is so cool.
Remember the forms Ezra taught you. Take ready position.
I love it. She's got spectators. It's awesome.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, okay. It's build up. I love how much we're seeing. This is all build up into actually fighting. When she actually does a proper fight, it's going to be so awesome.
4, 5, 6.
Okay, down. Didn't hurt herself. Though, good.
You're making it easy on me.
Oh, is she? She's not going full out?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, and he's just going nuts. Okay. Come on, Sabine. You got this. You got this.
Feels lighter.
You're connecting with it. It's
Yay.
becoming a part of you.
Okay, it's getting better. It's adapting. Come on.
Eye solely on the blade.
Do the Mandalorian stuff. Come on, think Mandalorian.
Use all your skills together.
Yes.
Ready
come on.
position.
Okay, thank you, Kanan, teaching a Mandalorian and Jedi.
You'll have to do better.
Grapple. Yes! Oh, thank you. This is so... Music's built up. Oh, this is so cool. Oh yeah, this is about fight now. Oh no, the cuff. She lost that now.
You're not fighting me. You're fighting yourself and
Interesting.
losing.
Yeah. Go on, is this...
Committed to this. You should quit.
I don't quit. I never quit.
Okay, she's definitely started now. She's not gonna quit.
You did run, didn't you?
No.
Oh, come on, let's do it. The only way she's gonna fix this is by facing her family, isn't it?
You ran from the Empire. You ran from your family.
There we go.
I left to save everyone.
Oh. Oh?
My father! My brother!
Oh, she's beating Kanan.
Everything I did was for family, for Mandalore!
And now they hate you?
I built weapons. Terrible weapons! The Empire used them on Mandalore.
Oh!
On family.
That's the
People
nightmare.
that I knew.
That has to be the nightmare.
Mandalore. Fear of weapons I helped create.
Oh,
I
whoa.
helped enslave my people.
Oh, no!
I had to stop it. I spoke out. I spoke out to save them. To save everyone!
Oh, she's beating Kanan! She's beating Kanan!
But when I did,
Stop now! Stop now!
my family didn't stand with me.
Oh,
The Empire. They left me, gave me no choice
wow, she really opened up and just let the floodwaters run out.
but to destroy worlds. And they did. They destroyed mine.
This is heartbreaking!
There are rules with fear, and not everyone can be as strong as you've been.
She,
Your family is in a prison.
she created weapons for the Empire. She was controlled by fear, and then those weapons were used on Mandalore. So it got to the point that Mandalorians were afraid of the weapons that she ended up creating, so she had to enslave her people. Then when she spoke out, her family chose to stand against her.
Why would they believe me? Why would they follow me?
I know this might not be what you want to hear.
So why would they follow her now when they chose to stand against her then?
I would follow you.
Is she becoming my favourite character?
And I mean it.
You've come a long way in a very short time.
In one episode.
But no, this family will stand by you no matter what you choose.
This is incredible. Ending there! Oh, you gotta be kidding. Right, that was exceptional. That was just... Oh, that's easily gotta be one of my favourite episodes. Sabine, wow. The longest time I've been waiting to get more on this character, and they just took it, they just blew it away. I love every single part of this episode. Just getting more info on her in general is amazing. It's always like been just drop fed me. Now it's just, it's overflowing. This is incredible. And they did it in an incredible way, having her trained to be Mandalore, like the Jedi Mandalorian thing, and doing with the Darksaber, and how she was fighting herself, and she's finally opening up about the bits that she never opens up about. Her past is so heartbreaking. She went to the so I think I can get a clear image of her timeline now. After the Empire took over, after the Death Watch and all this stuff, her family was with the Empire. She went to the Imperial Academy. She built weapons. She did not know what they were used for. So the Empire then used those weapons against Mandalore themselves. So then Mandalore became fearful of those weapons, and the Empire used it to enslave them. She created weapons to enslave her people and make Mandalorians afraid of weapons. That's such an insane thing to think about that she's done. Of course, she would have incredible guilt over this thing. And then when she actually stood up for it and tried to fight against it, her family didn't bother to stand by her. They sided with the Empire, and that is why she just left. And why she's been so distant with everything. But now she's finally, I gotta remember, she has a family that loves her now. So she has this. She's not alone. But wow, this is Sabine's season, honestly. She got 2 episodes at the start of the season, and now she's gotten this. This is Sabine's season. You'd better to have the Darksaber than her right now. This is insane. Also, I gotta remember this. There's more in this episode than just Sabine. In this, we had the history of the Darksaber done in an incredible way. Loved how they showed that with the shadows and stuff from the lightsaber itself, and actually just seeing the ancient Mandalore Jedi person wield it, and how basically it was a person from Vizsla that stole the thing, and they've had it since the start of it. So no other person has wielded it outside of House Vizsla since the original Mandalorian Jedi. There's so much in this episode. My brain is just scattered. Because you also got the thing that Kanan said about the Force and Sabine, maybe Force sensitive. Not Force sensitive, that feels like the wrong word to use here. Ezra's Force sensitive. He was very sensitive to the Force. Sabine, not so much, because she's just blocking herself from feeling anything, like deep. She's expressive and she'll express what she feels, but she won't feel the deep stuff. She refuses to feel the deep stuff. And that could have just been Kanan's talk of his whole, weirdness now with how he's seeing balance and seeing things weirdly. Oh, we also had the Bendu thing. Oh, yeah, my head is spinning. I'm going to just try and think of this linearly. Starting off, Sabine, very reluctant to wield the Darksaber, finally doing it with the confidence of Fen Rao, teaching through the swords, and it was also Kanan's issue where he wasn't willing to like let her learn like a Mandalorian and let her wield the blade, and he wasn't teaching her the right way. Now he is, so great development there. He was trying to do it better than he did with Ezra, but he did end up doing it in just the wrong way. And we have Sabine going off, and I'm assuming having a chat with Bendu. That is something, and we didn't even get to see it. That's just, it sets off alarm bells for me, because the dude could literally go either way. He'd go dark or light, and I'm assuming he would have gone with light with Sabine, but he wants to be left alone. She kicked him. So maybe balance that out with light, that could work. If you greet the Bendu with dark, would he respond in light? If you come to him in unbalance, he responds with light. What happens if you do something different? It's just, it's unreliable. But then coming back, the fight scene was incredible, and I just love how much emotion was in every single thing there. Sabine has just become such an incredible character. I love her so much. She could easily be my favourite after this. Ezra, yeah, he'll always have a spotlight on him, and he's insane in himself. But Sabine, wow. They really just trauma dumped everything, and it's just insane. Yeah, looking at the grander side of this all, if she does pull this off, she could unite Mandalore against the Empire and unite the clans. That would be also insane to think about, just Sabine leading it all. And it makes perfect sense now, knowing her past. She's the reason the Empire took over Mandalore, why the Mandalorians are afraid of weapons now. So her leading and uniting the clans would be full circle for her character with what this has just set up. I need to get into the next episode now. I need to see what happens next. That ended in such a nice but annoying way. I need to know what happens. She has to go and face her family or do something with this. She has the dark, but I guess that she does need more training with it. Don't know what could happen next. I'm hoping that it's I'm naive. I hope it's a direct continuation. But this is huge. This is insane. And I just need a bit of time to like consolidate all my thoughts on this episode. On to the next one. And what I hope is more Sabine. That feels unlikely. I hope it's more Sabine. White planet.
Welcome home.
Direct continuation. Mandalore?
I haven't been back to Cronus since before my time at the Imperial Academy.
Cronus. Is that a planet or a city name?
Well, maybe things have changed. They might be happy to.
The mum was looking for her.
She may be with the Empire now, but I believe her true loyalty lies with Mandalore.
Okay, good. I hope so.
If you can convince your mother to help the rebels, all of Mandalore might follow you in the Darksaber.
Now, you can convince your mother who thinks you're a traitor. That would have been a whole lot.
So they don't shoot us down.
That's funny. Wait, you're not kidding, are you?
They're gonna shoot you down. Okay, this is insane. This is intense. This is already intense. She's going back to the family stuff. We're gonna actually meet her family.
Elect Sabine Wren. Keep out Ray.
What happened?
Keep out.
They're
Keep
jamming us.
out. Oh, yep. Chopper. Right reaction.
Incoming. Sounds like your family just sent out the welcoming committee.
Great. Yeah, there's gonna be Mandalorians. Much better looking armor compared to what the Empire had them in. Now what do you do? So yeah, they're not happy to see her. They still think she's a traitor. But what about the mum? They said that she was looking for her. Yeah, they're just... Yep, they're ready to take it down. Why?
Rockets!
I see them!
So was Gar Saxon lying then? Come on, you're a great pilot. You learned from Hera. What? Oh, they really are just trying to take you down.
Didn't you tell them who you were?
That's probably why they're shooting at us.
Yes, yeah, that probably is. So yeah, they blame her. Wait, no, do they blame... Oh, no, not Chopper! Oh, the little hand stretched up. Oh,
We
okay.
lost the main thrusters. Brace for impact!
I'm trying to understand. Why would... So I'm surprised that the family turned against her with what the Empire did to the Mandalorians. It feels like they would be such an easy enemy. Snowy. Ooh. Are we on Mandalore? Mandalore was like a desert. Or they're like wildlife are gone. I don't think we're on Mandalore. So is her home just not on Mandalore? And she's Mandalorian. Are they just not like one planet species? I guess you have humans. And you have a planet called Mandalore, though.
Looks like recruiting the Wrens will be more difficult than I thought.
You thought it'd be easier than that?
Switch to plan B. Better stay out of sight. I have a feeling we're gonna need you later.
Okay, yes, good, because he could have leeway. What are you gonna do? Take us to your leader. Don't attack us straight away.
I could be related to these guys.
Don't worry, I'll play nice.
Is this your family right here? Oh, that's an Empire one.
Jedi.
No! Why'd you bring out the lightsaber? Oh, she got a mini shield too.
What? They shot first, Sabine.
Sabine?
Oh,
Shaka-cheer!
you heard the name. You stopped. You heard the name before and you opened fire. Relative?
Tristan,
She said she had a brother. Is this him?
You changed your hair again.
When doesn't she?
I'll explain everything, I promise.
I'll take you to the stronghold, but I can't vouch for how you'll be greeted.
Okay, okay. Seems peaceful, at least for a little bit. Oh, Chopper's hiding, yeah. Telling him they're gone, yeah. Okay, what are you preparing for?
How can you wear that armor, Tristan?
It looks
How
awful.
could you join them?
And what it means is awful too. Ooh, cool fortress. This looks very fancy. And a lake too. Oh, not letting her go in. Who's this? Is this gonna be... Is your mum?
So, it's true then.
At least she's not wearing Imperial.
Put her in a cell. She'll be held for trial.
Why?
We need to talk.
There we go! Haha, I made you shut up.
Darksaber.
Didn't even shut up. Okay, okay, just looking at the Darksaber. But now what? Now what are you gonna do? Throw into a cell. What kind of mother does that? Who's more loyal? Why would you be more loyal to an empire rather than your own child?
Kanan Jarrus, Ezra Bridger. This is my mother, the Countess Ursa Wren.
Countess Ursa Wren.
Whoa, hey,
Oh, yeah,
no,
the
no,
hands.
just saying hello.
Keep the hands down.
That you'd be welcomed with open arms? You're wanted by the Empire.
You wanted to see her, did you? I hoped. Gar Saxon.
I will tolerate the Jedi presence in our ancestral home if they surrender.
It's your ancestral home. Okay. Surrendering weapons. Okay. You better get them back.
Really expecting us to hand over our lightsabers, are you?
We need to do whatever it takes to make this work.
Yep, sadly. You'll get them back.
Your rebel friends are going to bring the Empire down on all of us. You believe the Darksaber will protect you?
That's a cool throne. Is that marble?
It's only a symbol.
Yeah, a symbol that's united all Mandalorians in the past.
I'm loving this room, but also the conversation they're having is awesome too.
Can do to keep the other clans from destroying us because of what you did.
Oh, so that's what she's doing?
Empire would use the weapon I designed against our people.
Oh, so she's trying to protect the clan. Everyone else blames the clan and not Sabine.
Change all the other ruling houses from seeing you as a traitor. Your own brother now serves Gar Saxon to prove our loyalty.
You're not happy with it though.
Gar Saxon is a killer.
He's the Emperor's hand, acting ruler and governor of Mandalore.
And his men wiped out the protect.
Emperor's hand, really?
Traitors were executed for treason, just as Fenrau will be.
And you're fine with that.
Enough! Fenrau's people are dead, and mine are not. And I intend to keep them that.
Okay, so she's trying to protect her people. So what Sabine standing up against the Empire would have endangered her people. So that's what she's chosen her people over her own daughter.
Walk with me.
Gonna have a chat.
I mean, it's not that she didn't want to talk about you, but she just, I don't know, she never really talked about you before.
So awkward.
Less is more.
Aren't we here to make friends?
Just let me handle the negotiating.
Oh dear, Ezra.
How could you align with the Empire after everything they've done to our people? After what they made me do?
Seems pretty understandable. The other clans would destroy them.
Mandalore was on its knees before the Emperor. After he put Saxon in power, we had a choice.
I like that we're seeing a more emotional side of her away from everyone else. So with her daughter, she is more emotional.
Your father,
Please don't tell me.
he's alive.
Okay.
On Mandalore.
Why'd you word it like that?
But if Clan Ren acts against the Empire,
They'll kill him.
So that's it. They're holding your dad hostage.
when you ran away, it saved you. Coming back here has put you in danger.
So Gar Saxon lied.
You won it from him in combat?
No.
Not exactly.
Then you have no claim to it.
There we go. That's what I was afraid of.
Anyone can hold the Darksaber. The trick is keeping it along with your head.
So if someone does challenge her and she wins, is that gonna like rectify the whole thing?
Always putting power and politics before your own family?
Everything I do is to protect my family.
You didn't protect Sabine. In your own twisted view, you might be trying to protect her, but it's not what she needs.
Not the one I'd hoped, but still.
Well, I am your daughter.
They're on okay-ish terms. That's good. But yeah, so it makes so much more sense now. The Empire's keeping the dad hostage.
Please tell me these rebels are more than just a blind Jedi and some child.
Yes!
But it needs a strong leader. You have to trust me. Just like I'm trusting you.
What? No, you trained with that thing!
Mother, you're being summoned by Sundari.
Give it back! No! Don't! What? Why'd you give it up?
Mom, she hasn't changed.
No, but it's nothing a little sparring practice won't work out.
Okay, you're still on good terms, even though you're just in basically Stormtrooper Mandalorian gear. You're just keeping an eye on what you're doing. Ominous music plays over it. Yeah. Saxon.
My my daughter has come home.
What of her rebel friends?
She's with 2 Jedi.
You're writing them out?
The Jedi are yours, but my daughter...
Don't you worry, Countess. Clan Ren will be well taken care of.
I'll fight. She doesn't want her husband to get injured or hurt or whatever the Empire would do to him. This is annoying. This is so annoying. What are you doing? Okay, infiltrating. Okay, you're getting the lightsabers. Good, good. Thank you.
Hey!
Take him down! There we go. Awesome. Grab the sabers and get him back to the Jedi. Did you hear what was happening? You saw the hologram somehow, but yeah, with the thermal vision.
You know my daughter better than me.
You don't know what it's taken for her just to be here.
Exactly. You weren't there.
I believe you're underestimating the woman she's become.
Why would Clan Ren ever side with the Empire?
The dad's hostage. That's basically all the explanation you need.
Sabine and I fought Gar Saxon on Concord Dawn. He was proud that he wiped them all out.
Sabine, she fought Governor Saxon?
Yep. Okay, that changed up. That you changed your demeanor.
Then I'm afraid what I have to do is unfortunate.
Has Kanan gotten to the point where he can deflect lightsabers with the Force yet? Has he gotten there? I feel like that could be another development point for him. Would you turn on Sabine? What would you do? If Sabine can beat him, that'd be awesome. Oh.
You've been practicing, brother.
So you let him win. What's he doing?
You think I'm a traitor too?
No, but when you left, the other clans turned their backs on us.
So what is...
Our power in the capital.
Meaningless.
Our respect.
Meaningless.
And our honor.
Meaningless.
If I can protect father, then I have to try.
So you'll give up your sister for that?
Gar Saxon cannot be trusted.
Mother trusts him enough to trade the Jedi for your safety.
Haha! You gave it up.
What have you done?
There we go. Go. Okay, now you did surrender. Well, there's much you can do, so I guess they can't deflect lightsabers yet. Well, not lightsabers, lasers yet.
Because she is loyal.
I hate him.
Just not to you.
And like the mother, just let that happen. Ugh, Ursa.
I believe you have something else for me.
You gave him that!
Bean! This is for the best.
I hate her family.
You have the Darksaber. Take the Jedi and let my daughter go.
Your mother betrayed everything you believed.
Is he going to allow that?
Except she consorted with known traitors to do it.
What are you talking about?
Ha!
Why, Countess, you are harboring rebels here. Clan Ren is clearly a threat to the Empire.
And will be wiped out.
An example of.
Now what? Now what? I still don't like her. She's going to fight against them now just to protect herself.
I've been fair to you, Tristan, and you have served me well. I'll give you a choice. Stand with me or die with your family.
Okay, same choice that I guess Sabine kind of had. Or kind of similar. It's the... You can die. You could die. I hate everyone in this room. Apart from the 3 I like. Okay, wow. Happy now. I hate... Oh, fence here. Okay, good. I hate Saxon so much. He's the epitome of just power, but with no backing to it. The Darksaber is for someone who can back it up. He's like the perfect antithesis to it.
Blast the guys!
In white, I got it!
Excellent. So now you're going to work together, only because out self-preservation. Still don't like the man. Get behind the chair! Sabine, save her. Honor and all that. Oh, great. Who did that? Stupid. No.
Sabine!
Stop looking around and do stuff. Ezra's. Awesome.
You will be taken back to Mandalore to finish what you started. Last living member of the Ren clan.
What started? What's the weapons? Is that what you're talking about? Or just to die? Okay, and now they're outside.
Sabine!
Oh, now you care about her. I don't like her family. No, don't tell me the jetpack's broken again. No. Come on, you know, he can't use the blade. He isn't connected with it. You are. You have the advantage.
By Mandalorian custom and law, no one can interfere.
Okay, so that started.
It's more important than the life of your daughter.
It's like... Think about it. But they're in like a duel now. They're in like the same duel that Vizsla and Maul are in. They're in that. Yeah, stupid shit. And hers is broken, isn't it? Yep, she's running. Oh, yes! Flamethrower. Disappeared. Where'd you go? Jetpack? Yes! Take it down! Oh, this man is so useless.
I'm impressed.
You're nothing. You are absolutely nothing.
That's funny. I was about to say the same thing to you.
Come on, you got this. Destroy him, please. He is so weak. Yeah, he's just propped up. Oh, hey, that's kind of... that's just sheer strength. That's nothing. You got this, you got this. You're breaking the ice around him. Wait, is he gonna fall through? You're light. He's heavy.
Yield!
Amazing. Oh, I still don't like any of her family. Now what? Is he gonna yield?
I'll never yield to you, girl. You'll have to kill me.
Just let the ice do it. What now? Does this mean she's actually earned the Darksaber yet? Or
Might be the Mandalorian way, but it's not my way. Not anymore.
again, I doubt the Jedi Mandalorian would have gone through with this stuff. Is she so like that now? What? Coming around to you then, maybe. You broke up the custom, you killed him.
No one threatens our family.
Except the Empire.
There will be chaos.
Perhaps Mandalore needs chaos if it's to become strong once again.
Yeah, use chaos to make order.
Find a leader worthy of our people.
Sabine. Okay, still family-wise, no. They joined her out of convenience, basically, out of self-preservation. They're still oriented by their power and wealth or whatever, and as soon as they got turned against, then they turned. They didn't choose to take Sabine back, they were forced to.
We protect our own.
So do we.
She's right.
Wait,
Wait, what?
you're not coming with us?
Why not? What? Even Chopper! He's surprised.
We'll find a way to get him back, and then maybe we can join the fight against the Empire.
Stay with her.
Right now, I can do more good here.
You don't leave her. Oh, Chopper. He loves Sabine too.
So,
Do not say you're proud of me.
me? Never.
No. Stay with her, please.
But I am going to miss you.
No.
We all will.
Don't separate. Still not the biggest fan of the family.
Thank you. Both of you.
Oh, look at poor Chopper. They're really leaving. Stay with her. At least she has Fen.
All of Clan Ren saw who you've become.
Yes,
You
they
could
did.
lead Mandalore.
No,
And she earned the Darksaber now, truly.
I'm not Mandalore's leader, but I'll find the person who is.
What? Why? You so easily could be. You convinced your family you're not a traitor. You could easily lead the Mandalorians. Ending. Yeah. Okay. Sabine episodes are just, they hit different now. That was amazing. She fixed her stuff with the family. But of course the can't say I'm a fan of the family. They joined her out of convenience. They had to. They didn't choose to join her. They had to. Gar Saxon gave them no other choice. He would have killed them. And they willingly gave him the Darksaber. We're going to turn against her. And it's just, yeah, not happy with the family. They didn't choose it. They had to. Yeah, Sabine. Oh, I love her so much. She could easily be my favourite character now. I got to see if any others can rise above this now. Like, her character has just been absolutely incredible, and the depth that has just been shown in these 2 episodes is insane. Going full into her past, meeting her family, getting all of this stuff, finding out what happened at the Imperial Academy, finally, it adds so many interesting layers to her that I just can't get over. She's not just a Mandalorian, she's basically the Mandalorian at this point, doing this much to her people, and so not only against her people, but for her people now. Wielding the Darksaber, and being a direct cause for why they're under the Imperial control. She has got to be one of the most pivotal Mandalorians out there now. Of course, the big ones were Satine and Bo-Katan. Haven't seen Bo-Katan since Clone Wars, not really sure what she's up to at this point. But Sabine is truly just one of the huge ones now. That's such a direct impact on Mandalore as a whole. And I do like that Kanan and Ezra were here basically just for moral support. They didn't really do much. They were there to show what true family looks like. They were going to stand with her no matter what. Whereas her actual family just couldn't care less. I mean, I do get it. There is depth to the family. The father was taken... Well, I need to understand the family's position more, because I'm not a fan of them. But maybe if I understand them more, maybe I'll like them more, but I don't know. You have Sabine, who made weapons against the Mandalorians, but didn't know it, and that they were used against the Mandalorians. So people would blame Sabine, but probably not Sabine individually, they would have blamed the house that she's from. So then, the Krez... Sabine... that's Krez is Satine. Whatever her house is called, that would have been public enemy number 1 on Mandalore, because they helped enslave them. So to protect the house, the mum turned against Sabine, her own daughter, to protect the house and what it has. And what I can understand, the house is just a status symbol. It is money, power, and authority. That's it. So she chose those things over her daughter. So first off, don't like her for that. So that's an evil thing to do, no matter what. And then to force this house to stay in line, the Empire takes her husband. So then we have a love thing. So now she doesn't want to step out of line to protect the husband. And that's why everyone else stayed in line too. And we also know that the mum wanted Sabine to stay away, and she called that protection, because coming back would be bad. So technically that might be a sign of caring, but still it's not real caring. If you really cared for her, you'd stand with her, not do this. You'd be happy to die for your child, but instead you're just happy to let her be a public enemy to all of Mandalore and the Empire. That's not a good mother. And only after that is she forced to stay in line to keep her husband. It'll be interesting. Did the husband, I need to know if the dad sided with Sabine or not. Was he taken by the Empire to keep everyone in line? I don't, because that could change things drastically. If he was taken before, that means that the family could have chosen to keep him alive. Or if he was taken after, it would mean that they just chose to keep their money and power. But anyway, they only turned good here out of convenience for themselves. They handed over Sabine, they wanted Sabine to be kept to them, and it seemed like that was going to happen. They handed over the Jedi to Saxon, and the Darksaber. They didn't even have to tell Saxon that they had that. They could have hidden it. They could have they could have kept that for themselves. But they handed it to Gar Saxon thinking that would give them favour. That's just idiotic. That just tells me that they are oriented by authority, power, status, all of this stuff, and not actually by their family at all. They thought that giving him the Darksaber would grant them great, applause or whatever for in the Mandalorian, whatever, or in the Empire. Obviously that backfired, and then they chose to go against them, because otherwise they would have been killed. So they had to choose the new enemy. And that's the only reason they decided to stand with Sabine. And then Sabine was able to prove herself and take down Saxon. Of course, she did save her mother's life, and then the mother saved hers. That, I think, was a big step for her, because it goes against Mandalorian custom, where Sabine technically had to take down Saxon because that was the duel, but the mum stepped in, breaking the custom, choosing her daughter over this stuff. That's like the first step. So there better be more, because this is definitely not good enough for me. It's not enough to get me on board with this family. Yeah, the way they did the duel was absolutely insane. Loved how much it goes into the Mandalorian Jedi nature of it all, with the moving around, taking out jetpacks, because it's clear that the Mandalorians use all this stuff to sort of match Jedis and what they're able to do, or Force wielders. It's cool just watching them even the playing field during this fight. And I feel like Sabine had a plan. She was getting the ground weaker, using his strength against him, and all she had to do was trip him up, and then his whole weight and power would have made him fall through the ice. But of course, she got the upper hand faster, so she could get the Darksaber and force him to yield. But of course, he refused to yield because he's an idiot. But Gar Saxon is the perfect epitome of giving power to someone who cannot back it up at all. He is just a shell with nothing inside of it. Even now, he's more than happy to take the Darksaber, yet he cannot back it up at all. He's just been given power and not been able to prove it whatsoever. He's kind of the perfect example of why the Darksaber is so important, because you can give it to people, but they cannot defend it at all. So you need someone to have it that can defend it, and Sabine's like the perfect candidate. Who could be better? So yeah, now it ends with her saying that she's going to find the true leader of Mandalore, which I guess can work, even though I would be happy with her being the true leader. But I guess her story is mainly family-oriented. Maybe you want to find someone more experienced. Because is that trying to say that she isn't a leader then? Because she's the explosives expert. She was the child in the group. She's the one that does sort of... she's commanded within the rebellion. We haven't really seen her in a leadership position, aside from when she does her own mission, but then she's only really working as herself and trying to get other people out. She's looking after others, but she's not really leading. So leading a planet and an entire culture probably isn't what she has in mind for her future. So I guess it makes sense that she wants someone else to lead and get Mandalore back on track, and she's going to find that leader now. But how does that work with the Darksaber? Because that's confusing, because you have to win that in combat. Sabine has that. So does that mean the leader that she's finding has to then beat her in combat too? Then if you break the culture, then at least that means she doesn't have to die for it. But yeah, this episode is just crazy. I love Sabine more than ever, and I think she could easily become one of my favourite characters from this show out of everyone. But yeah, I'm sad that they've split up. Why do they have to split up? Why? They could have easily just stayed together. I feel like this is what's going to make them lose against Thrawn. If she is not there when they fight Thrawn, they're going to lose, and because they're not all together. That's going to be a huge thing. Why'd they have to separate? He just got so much cooler. Hey, first off, both these episodes have just blown my mind. The amount these two with Sabine is astronomical. Get so much more info and so much more depth on her character, and it's done in such an amazing way. Having her be, I love it, like looking back, it's so clear what they tried to do with her. She is this closed off person, so you don't get much. So you're wondering, oh, how is this character going to fit in? And you get drop fed little things that slowly get you more and more interested in her. Then here, they finally bring it all out, and they use the whole thing with her being so closed off in such a good way. They don't like overlook it, they actually use that as an incredible point here. That she's so imbalanced that she was very expressive, but she keeps these things close to her vest. She just refuses to talk about this stuff because they are that painful. I think Sabine, after this, easily one of my favourite characters. I mean, it's so difficult to choose a favourite. I feel like I love all of them, but this, I think, whoever gets a really good episode, I'm really going to be my favourite after that episode. I'm going to have to decide at the end of this show entirely to actually pick a favourite, but after this, it's just wow. Like the way she learned to use the Darksaber, first off, loved that, where she's having to use it and actually express and open herself up to it, because she has to be one with the blade. You can't be one if you're not opening yourself up to everything that's going on. It was a perfect way to get her to unravel what's been happening to her. And just getting her history is just painful and heartbreaking. We now know the Nightmare. She created weapons for the Empire in the Academy, and then those weapons were used against the Mandalorians. And they were used to enslave the Mandalorians. She created a weapon that Mandalorians fear. That's insane to think about. Like, what on earth did she create? And not only that, she had the courage to stand up and fight against it, only for her family to completely disown her and just shun her and not stand with her. That's got to be so much more crushing than, well, no, all of it's crushing, but that just is another punch to the gut. But yeah, now she's been able to fix those relationships, kind of. Of course, it comes out of convenience for the family and what they're doing. Still iffy about the family, but at least she's in a better spot. And like, I want to see what character she can become now, that she isn't holding everything so close to her vest. She's an incredible artist, and now she can be expressive with every part of her life, not just the bit that she chooses. I still think it's sad that she's separated from the Ghost crew. I want them all to be together always, but it'll be interesting to see what happens now that they are like this, where they're off doing their own thing, Sabine's helping here. Because I feel like the next thing for her to do is get the dad back. That feels like the main thing going on there. And then to unite Mandalore. That's like a huge plot point. Yeah, I know no matter what she does, she'll be incredible. And I cannot wait for her to rejoin the Ghost crew after whatever it is she will end up doing by herself with her clan. Yeah, then I do also want to talk about Kanan and just his approach to things. It's nice that we're seeing some more faults for him, I guess. Because for so long now, we've been seeing how amazing he's been while being blind and how much that's actually done for him in connecting him with the Force. He's going teaching through Bendu. He's getting a whole new perspective on life. So it's very easy to just make him perfect now. But I'm glad that we're seeing some faults where when he's trying to train Sabine, he's doing it in completely the wrong way because he isn't perfect. He was trying to teach her like a Jedi, not letting her use her Mandalorian tricks, and trying to keep her safe and not do everything all out. He's missing some key details. Of course, it's him trying to keep her safe, but it's also him not understanding what he needs to do. And I like that he did get that understanding because it proves that he's always got more to work on. And I just love that that episode highlighted that for him. Technically, Sabine beat him in that match. Of course, he would never try and go out against her, but it's just cool to see how he let her express herself through the fighting. It's just fun to think that Kanan will always have something to develop on, and I think this episode was a great way of just demonstrating that. Then Hera coming in, saving the day with how she understands Sabine. Perfect. Even though Sabine's back with her mother now, Hera will also be another mother to her. It's just great to see how the understanding worked there. She was on a hologram and she could understand what was happening. Kanan refused to let her hold the Darksaber, thinking it would hurt her. Hera already knew that she's been hurt and how long it's taken to get Sabine to trust them all, because now it makes perfect sense why she had trust issues. She trusted the Empire, and then they used what she created to enslave her people. Of course she's going to have trust issues, and then her family didn't even back her up. Major trust issues. So then she has this new family who then she has to take forever to trust, and Hera understands that perfectly. She knows what it's like, and she can see what's happening and what she needs in that moment to use the Darksaber. She needs the Darksaber to actually move forward in her training. She is already hurt. The Darksaber cannot hurt her any worse than how she already feels. It's crazy to think that, just from Hera's line, that Sabine has been so hurt and damaged this entire time that now is the only point that we've actually seen her be healed. Yeah, then we have Sabine's family. I am 50-50 on them. As long as they get more development, I'll be happy. But right now, they've got a long way to go before I actually like them. First off, from what I can understand, they chose to side against her out of reputation, power, money, status, honor, all of this stuff. Stupid things compared to your own daughter. So yeah, not quite a fan of them. But then, of course, they eventually chose to side with her because they had to. They would have died. They chose to defend themselves. They didn't side with Sabine. Sabine has done everything for them, and they've done nothing for her, only until Ursa protected her against Gar Saxon. That's like the first step, and it was right at the end. So if we get to follow Sabine and her mission, I'm not sure who it will follow. Either the next episode could follow Sabine, or it could follow the Ghost Group. Don't know. If it follows Sabine, I hope we get to see more of growth from the mother. This is the first time, I think, she would have gone against the Mandalorian custom. She chose her daughter over the custom and got involved in the duel. So now it's going to just be very, very interesting to see if that continues. I hope everything isn't just done and they're all happy and fine. They better not just be a happy family. I want them to have far more growth than this. After everything they've done against her, they've got a long way to go before I can actually just like them. They still don't feel like a family. They feel so distant, and it feels like as soon as something else comes along that threatens their money, their status, their power, they'll turn against Sabine. Or as soon as Sabine forces them to go against something that they care about, they're going to choose that thing over their own daughter. It's something far less than... It's something far less important than her daughter. What am I saying? It still feels like that if something comes up where they choose something that's less important than their daughter, that could happen. It feels like they would not choose Sabine over this. It still doesn't feel like Sabine is their family. Then Gar Saxon. I like his character because of how useless he is. He is just perfectly demonstrated here. He's given all this power and authority, yet he just can't back it up. The Empire makes him... He's basically a puppet, and as soon as the puppet tries to puppet itself, it does nothing. It can't. He is nothing but an empty shell of a person who's given all of this power, takes what he can try to take. Actually, no, he doesn't even take anything. He's given stuff, and that's the only way he's been able to get power. He's never taken power for himself. He was given the position of second in command by Maul. He was given leadership and imperial status over Mandalore by the Emperor. And he was given the Darksaber by Ursa. He's never actually taken any power for himself. He can't hold on to power. He's reliant on others to do it for him. He is so useless and weak. And yet he's the thin ice. It was perfectly demonstrated here. He is the thin ice. As soon as you start applying pressure to what should be powerful, he crumbles. There's nothing backing him up, and I honestly love that scene now and how it represents him. But of course, he is dead now because he was going to try and kill Sabine at the end. And I do like that the mum did save her. Of course, she's not quite in my good books yet. But it's nice to know that his story is taken care of and that he's just done, because he is just a nothing character. And his character is all about being nothing. As for Mandalore itself, these episodes kind of set up a huge story for them. In Clone Wars, it showed how divided and how messed up everything was. Satine, well, actually no, the most peaceful times was with Satine, when she was wanting to create a pacifist society. Of course, that went against Mandalore's warrior culture, and you had Death Watch created out of it, but I would say that time was probably their best. Then they got caught up in the Republic and the Empire and all of this stuff, and everything got tremendously worse, and they've had to adapt, and they've become scattered, and the Empire's got its claws in there with all these people, and now we're getting to see how things could get rectified. They're such an incredible people, and I love how much emphasis is put on their story. I don't think there's any other sort of major race in Star Wars where we're seeing this sort of level of stuff in the shows. I'm sure there'll be other stuff like this in books and stuff, but this is just incredible to see how much detail is put into them. Because yeah, this episode leaves it off with Sabine wanting to find a leader for everyone, and it seems like the main goal of her stuff is to help her people. She has chosen her people over the rebellion. Makes sense, perfectly fine. Hopefully that can be done quickly, and so she can get back to the rebellion. But it's so cool to think about the future of this society, because they never get talked about in the original trilogy. I haven't seen anything of this place's future. Like, I'm trying to think of who could be the new leader, and I feel like the only option is kind of Bo-Katan out of the people we know of. Don't think there's any other Mandalorian that we really can know of that's like that status. She would be sister to Satine. She was with Death Watch. She's kind of in a mix of all of the most important stuff that happened. Close to Vizsla, close to Maul, went through all of this, chose against Maul, close to Satine. She's had her foot in every single part of Mandalorian culture. I feel like she's the best one, but I don't know if she'd show up. It'd be cool if she shows up. Like, if it's not her, I think they have to kind of introduce a whole nother Mandalorian that then has to become very powerful very quickly and be able to command Mandalore. It is very interesting that Sabine is able to recognise that she isn't the best fit to unite Mandalore, and that someone else does have to be that. It could be Fen Rao, it could be him. But then I felt like if it was him, he would have taken the Darksaber already or suggested it. I don't know, I think the future of the Mandalorians is going to be incredibly interesting, and I cannot wait to see all of it. As for what's next, I feel like the next episode could either just follow Sabine or the Rebels, because they're separated at the minute, because the Rebels thing, they're going to go after the factories on Lothal. Sabine going to go after the Mandalorian stuff. It's both huge things, I don't even mind who we follow next. I feel like the most terrifying one will be Thorn, because that one they're going to lose with. I have no doubt in my mind they're going to lose. They keep winning. They're going to lose to Thorn. And with Sabine, it feels like they got a better chance of winning against the Empire of Mandalore because Thorn isn't there. They're sort of separated now. Thorn will be looking at the ghost, the crew, as in like the ghost and that ship. He won't be looking for Sabine and having her over in Mandalore. So at least that problem won't have his fingers in it. So I feel like that's going to be a whole lot more successful. So I wouldn't mind following that one because then I can be a bit more hopeful. Yeah, overall, both of these episodes were just so amazing. I hope that, I hope every episode from now on is just this good. Like, it's such a pleasure now to watch Sabine, and I just love how much this one changes your thoughts on the character. Because every single time we've seen her in the past, she was broken, and you didn't even know it. We knew she had a past that she was hiding, but she still functioned, she was still a good character. Now we know that she has been hurting for such a long time with everything that she has been through. Now is like the first time we're seeing her actually be healed, and it's just made me so excited for whatever she's going to do next, because she's going to feel like a completely new, different person. It's going to be so fun to watch, and I just cannot wait. I definitely want it to be another Mandalorian episode next, because it's just going to be about her and just seeing her journey. Hers has definitely become my most excited and looked forward to journey out of all of them so far. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought about these episodes in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for Season 3, Episode 17 and 18. See ya!